Carinthia, comfort and reliability. Originally named Servia, RMS Carinthia was launched on February 24th of 1925 and would go on to become one of Cunard White Star's most popular liners. The Carinthia was a popular ship with passengers. It was noted for its comfortable third-class facilities and accommodation. In the early 1930s, RMS Carinthia, owned by Cunard White Star Line, was a famous ship popular with tourists who wished to experience the excitement of proper cruises around the world. Departing from England, the liner called its ports in many countries, allowing passengers time to visit some of the most far-flung regions in the Caribbean, to the Pacific, and Australia. In 1933, the Carinthia completed a cruise over 37,280 miles, 1.5 times the circumference of the Earth, even called it the archipelago of Tristan da Cunha, considered by many people to be one of the most remote places away from inhabited continents, right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. At the time, the traditional 3 classes in which most passenger accommodation was divided had been given more commercial names: cabin class, tourist class, and third class. And one of the reasons for Carinthia's popularity was that all cabin classes were welcoming and refined. Even the third class provided comfortable common areas such as a dining room, which had small tables instead of the traditional long communal tables. The smoke room, which had wood paneling, a library, and even a small shop. While these were exceptional facilities for the third-class passengers, they couldn't compete with the grandiose luxury of the first-class accommodation, with its ample lounges inspired by Anglo-Spanish Renaissance style, silver lamps on every dining table, and refined decorative touches. Passengers certainly had plenty to stave off boredom during long voyages, since in addition to the usual facilities, the ship was equipped for sports and leisure: a gym, swimming pool, tennis courts, sun lounges, and rooms for beauty treatments. Besides long cruises devoted to relaxation and fun, Carinthia was also deployed on scheduled services across the Atlantic from Europe to the United States. It was on this route that the ship had its maiden voyage in August of 1925. During its 10-plus years in civilian service, Carinthia proved to be a safe, reliable ship for 2,000-plus people, including passengers and crew. One of the toughest challenges the ship had to face happened in September of 1938, when en route to the Caribbean it was struck by one of the most violent hurricanes in modern history. Despite the strong winds and huge waves, Carinthia came through the storm unscathed, with no injuries among the passengers, although many of them suffered from severe seasickness. Carinthia's toughest challenge was yet to come, however, and would occur during the early years of World War II. At the outbreak of the war, the ship was refitted and turned into an armored merchant cruiser. While keeping the same name, in June of 1940, off the northwest coast of Ireland, Carinthia was torpedoed in full daylight by a German U-46 submarine. The crew of Carinthia displayed enormous courage, responding to the attack with the weapons that they had available to them, and trying to tame the flames that had broken out on board ship. The following day, an attempt was made by other military ships to tow the vessel to safety, because despite the serious damage caused by the explosions, the ship had remained afloat. However, during the complex maneuvers, it became apparent that Carinthia would not reach land, and the crew was reluctantly forced to abandon the ship. After more than 30 hours, the ship sank off the coast of Donegal. Carinthia now lies 377 feet below the surface. It's down and it's resting on its starboard side. It's well preserved, and the wreck still attracts divers who are drawn to adventurous and technically difficult dives. The RMS Carinthia met her end at the hands of a German U-boat on June 6th of 1940, would later go on to sink on June 7th of 1940.